पीतो भवतु लोकोच्च राजा भवतु धम्मिको।
I declare the convocation open for the conferment of degrees. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 28th convocation ceremony of SLIIT. As the Vice Chancellor of SLIIT, I wish to congratulate all the graduates who are gathered here today to mark a significant milestone in your life. Graduating is a big achievement in any year. Graduating under the circumstances the country had to go through is truly exceptional. It means you're resilient, you're determined, and you know how to adapt. These are, in many ways, the skills of our time. So I'm very confident that you are ready for the journey ahead. As an institute committed to keeping the promises we made to you and your parents when you became part of our family, we have risen to the challenges and successfully delivered uninterrupted education by using innovative methods that are on par with world-class universities while setting a benchmark to local universities and institutes. For many of you, this place has been more than a home away from home. We hope you enjoyed your stay at SLIIT. You are now part of an important human resource necessary for the growth and development of our country. We recognize that your success has not been achieved by your individual effort alone. Your parents, guardians, and family have walked with you in your academic journey. Spare a moment to thank them for their sacrifices. So I'd like to request all the graduates to stand up, turn towards your parents, and give a good round of applause in appreciation of their unwavering support and commitment. Okay, please be seated now. I would like to assure all parents, guardians, and family that these graduates have been equipped with the necessary knowledge and skills to make a significant contribution to the development of our nation and beyond.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the Council of the Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology has resolved that the Bachelor of Science Honours degree in Information Technology of the Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology be awarded to those presented by the Head Department of Information Technology and Head Department of Computer Science and Software Engineering.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following for the award of the Bachelor of Science Honours degree in Information Technology, specializing in the field of Information Technology. Aparna Vijayarathinam. Abhishek Jaipalan. Amarasilpaki Tarindu Sampath. Supun Madhava Amarasingha. HDM Silva. Ambagavatta Mudyanselage Jani Chaturanga Jnanasena. Anand Kumar Prakash. BD Padmashan Nadir Disanayaka. Chamidu Nayot Veerasingha. Charit Madhushan Vendabona. Jitma Pramodich Chandranath. Dilshika Netikumarage. Diniti Ruvinya Senaratna. Disanayaka Mudyanselage Charuka Tarindu Krishant. Tilina Rasang. Angelo Balasuriya. නවෝත් රන්දිම. Don Sitmi Dimalsha Vijayasinghe. Dulshara Nayanajit Manakkar. Duminda Kodagoda. Akila Kasun Sirivardhana. Ekanand Sivam Anochan. Elmo Johnson Aaron Davis. George Tanilsats Clement. Lakshan Desapriya. Gurusingha Vijayasekara Arachige Randil Uddika Deshan. Chamidu Swarna Hansa. Hashini Kalpana Kurupuarachi. Majinta Krishan. HM Salita Ishara Dilshan Herat. Ravindu Jeevanta. HP Chalini Bhagya. Himanta Samarasinghe. Dilsha Parami Sirivardhana. Ilandarige Hasindu Dilshan. Imashi Sandunika Rajapaksha. ඉසුරු හරින් කස්තුරි ආරච්චි. ජනනි කවිෂා ජයවීර. JRH Jayadi. Charit Jayakant. Udich Jayasinghe. JVG Isuri Navanjani. Sandini Jayavarna. John Baptist Hilton. Janidu Uyanheva. K.A. Hasini Piumika Alvis. Tulasni Amanda Hemant. Kanapati Dinesh Karan. Tisura Randula Karyavasa. Kavinda Geet Nilanduva. Kiridena Mudyan Silage Ashain Bandar Kiridin. Teran Neranga Kodituaku. K.A. Savindi Gunaratna. Dilanka Madhushan Puruparachi. Lakshani Kodikara. Lokugam Hevage Vinuri Hemalka. ප්‍රවීන් ගමගේ මධ්‍යමගේ දොන් රවිහාරි තාරුකා ගුණවර්ධන චතුර්ක විශ්වන්ත විජේමාන්න මාරසිංහ ආරච්චිලාගේ දොන් භාග්‍යා ක්‍රිෂ්මිලා ජයසිංහ නඩේශමූර්ති ළමේෂන් සක්කුන්ත නයිනායක පිටකන්ද ගෙදර දිනේෂ් දිල්ෂාන් නිමේෂ් දිල්ෂාන් ගුණතිලක පබෝද සවන්දි බාලසූරිය පනම්බර ආරච්චිලාගේ අංචන ලක්ෂාන් ධර්මසිරි පඬුවවල කංකානාම්ලාගේ කාවින්දි ගයාත්‍රි පඬුවවල PDG ප්‍රදීප් ජයවර්ධන අසන් දේව සුරේන්ද්‍ර පත්මනාතුන් ජෙරිත්මියා පට්ටිවිදානලාගේ හංසිකා සංදීපනි රශ්මික විශ්වමාල් චෙහාන් නෙත්සර KGPM සෙනවිරත්න PAD උදිත් ෂැනොන් රාජලිංගම් රජීවන් RPD නිරාශා අංජලි මීදුමි අනගලගේ RGK Hansana Vijayathilaka. Rasika Madhusanka Ratnayaka. Pravida Deshan. Anupama Balasuriya. Samarakon Mudyan Silage, Tiyu, Namina, Senarat, Bandar, Samarakon. S.A. Isuru Samarasinghe. Singakutti Arachige, Timasha, Netmini. Sritharan Karunchan. Tanusha Sritharan. Subramaniam Tushant. Fatima Jamima. Tanushka Dulanja Balasuriya. T.R. Matra Arachi. Tharmakula Singham Kobinath. Tyagaraja Abhishek. Chetana Pranandu. Tiromika Yasasi Landroll. Beenu Gunawardana. Vinobaji Selvaratnam. Vinod Krishan Maheswaran. Rusira Patum Sandeep. V. Ravindu Netsara. Wadiya Singhage Suchitra Devmal Pranandu. Cham Tikshana Pereira. Tanuri Ranasinghe. Shashini Nimthara Gunaratna. Vidanagamage Malit Chanuka. Dilshan Ramesh. Vithanage Aishani Kaushalya. Randeep Mahimahansha Bandara.
I hereby award the Bachelor of Science Honours degree in Information Technology to those whose names have been read.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following for the award of Bachelor of Science Honours degree in Information Technology, specializing in the field of data science. Asfa Mariam Asra. Chamodi Sasanka Veeravikrama. Evelyn Janet Dorrington Rubit Nijanthan. ඉරේගහ කොටුවේ ගෙදර පුලස්ති සඳරුවන් ආරියරත්න. තරුෂිකා බුද්ධිනී මධ්‍යමාරච්චි. MK විමල සූරිය. සෙව්වන්දි මාවී කුඹුර. මයුරියා මනෝහරා. දිදුල නායනාකාර. නෙත්මිනි ආලෝකා කළුවරච්චි. ප්‍රියංකා කුගප්‍රිය. මිලෝචනා ගිම්හානි රත්නායක. කෙත්මිනි රූපසිංහ. ප්‍රවින්දි මල්මි විජේසිංහ ගුණතිලක. සද්දිනි කලන් සූරිය.
I hereby award the Bachelor of Science Honours degree in Information Technology to those whose names have been read.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following for the award of the Bachelor of Science Honours degree in Information Technology, specializing in the field of software engineering. Dino De Soisa. Himanshi Shihara Gamage. Ayesh Prabodhana Dias. Anuradha Sampath Hevasiri Baddana. AHT Kavindu Malshan Ari Singh. Bellantuda Arachike Hiruni Piumika. Chenuka Virajit Sumanasekara. Dambura Hevage Umesha Sandamini. Disanayaka Mudyanselage Yasmika Saubhagya Disanayaka. EMCJD Diseram. HM Chamodi Vidushani Tennakon. Hashinti Deshni Hettiheva. Nipun Dimanta. Janaka Disanayaka. K. G. Malit Dhananjaya. කාර්යවසම් හපුතන්ත්‍රි ගමගේ රවිදු දිල්හාර. කීර්තිකා රංගනාදන්. කොතලාවලගේ ඊෂා තනුක්ෂි වික්‍රමසිංහ. මලිත් මංජලිත චාරුක රණසිංහ. රවින්දි දිල්හාරි රත්නශ්‍රී. अंजना कुमारी. मेनुर प्रमोद देवालेगम. प्रसादी जयसिंह. M. R. M. रिफान. नवीन तारुक वनिगसिंह. निरोजिनी एल्बर्ट चंस्टिन. नित्या रोमेशिका यमसिंह. पद्मनादन कुलेंद्रन. P.Y.K. मोहिदीन हाफिज मोहम्मद अमजद हाफिज. मुतु तंत्रिगे दुलंजिका दिलिका मधुशानी कुरे. NBA चालक तरिंदु जयसिंह. नवीन तारुक वनिगसिंह. निरोजिनी एल्बर्ट जंस्टिन. नित्या रोमेशिका यमसिंह. पद्मनादन कुलेंद्रन. P.Y.K. Chandrasiri. ರಾಜಕರುಣಾ ನವರತ್ನ ಅತಪತ್ತು ಮುದಿಯನ್ಸೇಲಾಗೆ ಸಂಪತ್ ಚಾನಕ ಬಂಡಾರ ವರಕಗೊಡ. Damsiri Dilanjan. Ramachandran Rajivalet Chant. Danusha Buddhika Sandaruan Pereira. Sasindu Sandeepa Usgalheva. Singakotti Arachige Namin Sarang. Sivanathan Sivaragavan. Suhara Lavanya Vitanage. Tamashi Kotue Gedara. Mishen Vishmika Pereira. Vaniga Chintamani Mohotti Kavindu Taraka. Shivanti Fernando. Akita Udara Vijay Singha. Yakupiti Rangina Meenu Amarsena. Johan Srimal Ranasingha. Shalita Senanayaka.
I hereby award the Bachelor of Science Honours degree in Information Technology to those whose names have been read.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the Council of the Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology has recommended that the gold medal and prizes of the Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology be awarded to those presented by the Dean Faculty of Computing. I would like to invite the Chief Guest, Mr. Damit Hettiheva, President of the Computer Society of Sri Lanka, to join the presentation party.
Vice Chancellor, I present the following for the award of the SLIIT Merit Award for the Bachelor of Science Honours Degree in Information Technology, specializing in the field of Software Engineering of the Faculty of Computing. Nitya Romeshika Yamasinghe. This graduate has studied at Vishaka Vidyalaya, Colombo 5. Vice Chancellor, I present the following for the award of the Best Performance in Bachelor of Science Honours Degree in Information Technology, specializing in the field of Data Science of the Faculty of Computing, sponsored by Zone 24/7 Private Limited. Sadini Kalansuri. This graduate has studied at Bandaravela Central College, Bandaravela. Vice Chancellor, I present the following for the award of the Best Performance in Bachelor of Science Honours Degree in Information Technology, specializing in the field of Software Engineering of the Faculty of Computing. Dinod Dizoisa. This graduate has studied at Dharmaraja College, Kandy. Vice Chancellor, I present the following for the award of the SLIIT Gold Medal for Academic Excellence in the Bachelor of Science Honours Degree in Information Technology of the Faculty of Computing. Dinod Dizoisa.
It is with great pleasure that we would like to welcome Mr. Damit Hetiheva, the Managing Director of Nimbus Cloud Lanka Limited and the incumbent President of the Computer Society of Sri Lanka, as the chief guest for this session. He's a chartered engineer by profession who graduated from the University of Moratuwa with a bachelor's degree in electronic and telecommunication engineering. He holds an MBA from the University of Hull, United Kingdom. He attended Richmond College, Gaul, for his primary and secondary education, and he excelled in sports at the school level. He is a university colorsman in athletics, cricket, and rowing. At the 1992 World University Games in the United Kingdom, he competed for Sri Lanka in athletics. Mr. Hettiheva started his career at Unilever, followed by Nestle Lanka Limited prior to his graduation. He began his engineering career as a systems engineer at Sampath Bank before moving into diverse public and private sector institutions. He has served as a member of the Presidential Task Force on IT and the Presidential Steering Committee for the Knowledge Hub Initiative. He also served as the Chief Executive Officer and a board member of the Information and Communication Technology, ICTA, of Sri Lanka. Currently serving on the board of the International Professional Practice Partnership, IP3, Mr. Hettiheva was elected as the chairman of the Governing Council of the United Nations Economic and Social Commission's APAC Center for ICT Development, that is UNSCAP APCICT in 2018. He is the founder and president of the Moratuwa Peradeniya Engineers Reunion. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Damit Hettiheva to deliver the convocation address.
Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Deans of Faculties, Directors and the members of the academic staff. Very happy graduates who are graduating today and their proud parents, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, it gives great pleasure and pride for me to participate in this graduation ceremony of Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology. An esteemed educational institution which has contributed immensely to the national economy already, though it's a very young university. Your university, I think, has produced more than 20,000 graduates, mainly in information technology. And in today's terms, our information technology industry is about $1.7 billion of ICT exports by roughly about 100,000 ICT professionals. In that terms, each ICT professional today adds about $10,000 of economic value to our nation. In that context, the SLIIT graduates on average per year produce about $200 million worth of economic value, export economic value today. And I don't have to tell the value of that foreign exchange earnings in the current context and the status of our economy. So in that context, I'm indeed honored to be invited as the chief guest of this graduation ceremony. I would like to thank the Board of Management of SLIIT for the honor bestowed upon me, my company, as well as the Computer Society of Sri Lanka, which is the apex professional body for your profession. Firstly, let me congratulate the graduates who are graduating today. You have reached a great milestone in your life. It's an outstanding achievement. I'm sure for some of you it has been an easy task, perhaps academically as well as financially. But I reckon for some it would have been a hard journey. You would have had to spend maybe a few extra hours for your education, maybe had less sleep to get to this mark. And some of others, probably your parents, would have to make some sacrifices to support your education financially. Maybe some of your brothers and sisters had to let go or compromise some of their comforts to get to this point. So I'm sure all of you are very grateful for that, and you will keep that in your mind whenever they need your support. You will be there to support them. So it's a great achievement and a great milestone, as the Vice Chancellor mentioned. But also I would like to remind you, and also I was reading the Vice Chancellor's message in the booklet. Vice Chancellor has mentioned that it is not the end of the journey. In fact, it is a beginning of a new journey. You need to continue to excel in whatever you do and grab every single opportunity that comes your way. In this new journey, I think each and every one of you need to have a vision to leave a mark in the society. Each and every one of you need to have a mission to contribute to your family, to your society, and to your country. And the Vice Chancellor mentioned it's a 28th graduation of Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology. I would like to quote the 28th President of the United States. President Woodrow Wilson, perhaps the highest qualified, the President of the United States, who I think the first president had the PhD in US. At the graduation of the Princeton University, he said, the men and women who have the privilege of graduating from the Princeton University should be the men and women who will shape the future of the US. I, today, on this important day, would like to appeal to all of you, the men and women of class of 2022, to be the men and women who can shape our nation, our country. Because as you know, when we gather here, our country is in a turmoil. We're having extraordinary difficult times for our citizens. And probably the greed and the mistakes and the ignorance, the lack of common sense of governments after governments, the leaders, the politicians, the government officials, the central bankers, etc., and perhaps also the big businessmen, has led to where we are. And also, I would like to mention maybe opposition politicians of our country who objected all the progressive reforms, who led or the guided citizens to be dependent on unsustainable subsidies and free goodies. So now I think a new generation has called upon you to make a difference, find a new destiny for our nation, rediscover ourselves. But I think what the economists say, it takes a long journey. It's a tedious process. Whatever we hear, the hearsay from our politicians, it's a long shot. But I would like to remind you that you are a group of people who can change our destiny, who can change the way we get out of this situation from the conventional approach and probably fast track our change of our future for the betterment of ourselves as our future generations. Why I say that? Because we have a great opportunity. It is our generation that we can do this, because we are in the midst of Industry 4.0. Industrial revolutions are all about creating wealth. What we have seen in the past three industrial revolutions have created wealthy nations. The first industrial revolution around the steam engine created the wealthy Europe. And the second industrial revolution around the internal combustion engine created the wealthy America. And the third industrial revolution around the electronics and semiconductors created countries like wealthy Japan and Korea. So we are in the midst of the fourth industrial revolution. I don't have to tell you, it's a digital revolution. It is we who play in that revolution. It is in the hands of ours who can change the fate of our country and leverage the fourth industrial revolution to create a wealthy Sri Lanka. So that's why I said I appeal to you that you have a great opportunity to leverage the fourth industrial revolution to change the fate of our country, not through the conventional path, as the economists say, but using the fourth industrial revolution. So then the question might come to your mind, okay, how do we do that? As Sri Lankans, can we do it? As I said, the industrial revolutions are about technology. It's about engineering. But what about Sri Lankans? We Sri Lankans, we have a heritage of great engineering in our country. And also, I would say engineering is part of our DNA. Why I say that? If we go back to our history, looking at the great irrigation civilization of our country, the great tanks that lasted for thousands of years, and the Dagabas and places Sigiriya, those are engineering marvels. I'm sure you have learned about the Jayaganga or the Yodala, which is, even today, is an engineering marvel. The canal Jayaganga runs for 84 kilometers or 50 plus miles, and the gradient of the canal or the drop of the canal, gradient of the canal is only 6 inches for 1 mile. So that's our engineering heritage. And I'm saying the fourth industrial revolution is about engineering. It's about IT. It's about digital revolution. And as Sri Lankans, we have engineering in our DNA. So do we have an opportunity to create wealth using the technology and probably help our economy to get out of this trap? And as you know, the digital, the wealth of the world is shifting to our domain, the digital domain. In today, if you take the top 10, the richest people on the planet are from the digital domain. I can mention few names. The Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Larry Ellison, Sergey Brin, to name few. And if you take the top 10 richest people, maybe 6 or 7 are from your domain. And also, if you take the top 10 companies in the world, are also about 6, 7 are from the digital domain. If you take Tesla, Amazon Web Services, Google, Facebook, Twitter, all these companies are digital entities, ranging from $100 billion to close to about $180 billion. And as you know, the Twitter, a company which was bought for $44 billion recently. And the difference in the digital domain is that you don't need billions of dollars to make billions of dollars worth companies. As you know, Mark Zuckerberg, at the age of 19, became a dollar billionaire. And what did he invest? Maybe a couple of computers at the backyard. And at the age of 19, he became a dollar billionaire. And all the dollar billionaires today are from age of 30 to 50, who became dollar billionaires at very young age. And also there's a new trend of unicorns. The companies, the startup companies who are joining the billion-dollar club every day. In 2022 alone, in India, 60 startup companies joined the billion-dollar club in India. And Israel has about 24 unicorns, which is billion-dollar companies. And even the Bangladesh has one. So that's why I say the opportunity is in our hands if we want to change the course and fast track getting out of this situation which we are in. And what do we do? Do we wait till somebody else do it? Or do we still don't believe Sri Lanka can't do it? I can take an example from the world of athletics. As you know, Yupun Abekon broke the myth that Asians can't run beyond 10 seconds, run 100 meters below 10 seconds for us, for the Asians. And he has shown that impossible is nothing. So if the world has tech exits to billions of dollars in every country, and new companies are coming out worth billions of dollars, startups are becoming unicorns, I'm sure some of you in this group will be able to achieve that. As I said, we have engineering our DNA. And people can say we only boast about our history. What's the purpose of doing that? But I can tell you, we have enough credentials to say in the digital space that we have, we can do it. I don't have to go any far. This institution itself has created the Microsoft Imagine Cup runners-up in this year itself. I think the Vice Chancellor, the Nana Silva, in this year became the world's second best. And I think in Asia and Australasia, in this region, top. 3 regions participated in the finals: EMEA, Asia, and Americas. And EMEA became the first. And the SLIIT team, which became number 1 in entire of Asia, became number 2, beating Americas. And if you go to the coding, University of Moratuwa consistently rank number 1 for more than 10 years in Google Earth Summer of Code competition. And by far, when you have 8 Indian universities and maybe 1 other university from some other country, University of Moratuwa consistently performed. I think Imagine Cup, this is not the first time SLIIT has done it. And I'm sure you have seen the video of Jeff Bezos saying the smartest student at his time at the Princeton University was a Sri Lankan called Yasantha Rajakarunanayake. So not only our tanks and Dagabas and canals in contemporary world, we have proven we are the best in the digital space as well. So in Israel, in the year 2021, the tech exits were $80 billion. It's a country of 10 million population, half of our population, with enormous challenges in the region. So their tech exits is $80 billion. And our GDP is $80 billion. And our debt is $52 billion. And the Twitter was sold for $44 billion. And the Mark Zuckerberg became a dollar billionaire at the age of 19. Probably started at the age of 16, a couple of computers. So this is the only world where you can fast track, short circuit, we getting out of this mess. So as the Computer Society of Sri Lanka, we have created a conducive environment for you to do this. This year, we showcased 8 great Sri Lankan companies, 5 mature companies. EduScope of SLIIT was part of that, and they represented Sri Lanka in a picture in Pakistan last week. And we believe this is the route to fast track. And for that, you need to step up. As I said, a new generation has called upon you to change the destiny of our nation. So my appeal, don't wait till tomorrow. Of course, you have to do it after all the partying tonight, but take the first step tomorrow itself. One of you can change the fate of our country. Great Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change if you want to see, be the change that you want to see in the world. So my appeal to you, don't wait for others, take the first step and try to serve our nation, become the men and women who change the destiny of our nation, and go change the world and make Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology your parents and your families and your country proud. Congratulations and all the best for a great future for all of you. Thank you.
On behalf of SLIIT, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to the chief guest, Mr. Damit Hettihewa, for being present here today and for delivering that inspiring speech to our graduates. I now invite Mr. Damit Hettihewa to kindly accept a token of appreciation presented by the Vice Chancellor.
As the Vice Chancellor of SLIIT, I would like to once again congratulate all the graduates and wish you all success in your future endeavors. I declare the convocation closed.
SLIIT